First of all, I want to say Happy New Year and thank you for all the supporters that showed up tonight, and also for those that actually came here to oppose me. I appreciate your passion. I would have to say that's probably, maybe, the only thing that we may have in common, that we're all in here. You wouldn't be here at 10:30 p.m. if you weren't passionate about what you believe. And I respect that, just like I respect Tim Gurich and I having completely opposite views politically, but I respect his opinion, and he has been helpful and upfront. At least I know where he stands. That passion is something that I never hid from anybody. I ran with that passion. I was born maybe with that passion. I grew up in a household that we just didn't allow things to happen around us that we didn't like. We did something to fight back. Now you may not agree with me, and I'm okay with that. You may not agree with the fact that I, in my opinion, exposed indoctrination in our schools.
Yep.
You may not agree with me, but again, it's my opinion. My personal Facebook, to some, seems like an attack on this, an attack on that. Hey, I have a right to speak up. I didn't get elected to make friends up here. I didn't get elected to be invited over for Thanksgiving. I got elected to serve you guys. Now half the room supports me, and half the room doesn't. That's okay. I knew what I signed up for. From the day that I filed my 501, I knew exactly what I signed up for. What I didn't sign up for is these petty politics attacks. One night that I don't show up, and all hell breaks loose.
Yep.
You know where I was, guys? I decided to take a night off to spend with my family, because the night before my sister got engaged. That's where I was on December 18th. With my family. With my 81-year-old with Alzheimer's. That soon enough will not even know who my son is. You can oppose me. I know what I signed up for. And I always thought that the worst attacks would come from the public. But I was wrong. The worst attacks come from up here. And you know, I don't want to micromanage or micro-think the situation. I really want to move forward and work together to solve the real problems here in Torrance. The real issues. The issues that I ran on. Nobody in this room can say that they can pick up my flyer for my campaign, go down the checklist, the little dots, the little things that I'm going to do, and say, Aurelio didn't do this. Aurelio didn't do that. He promised he was going to do this. He promised he was going to do that. What a novel concept of a politician running on something they truly care about, and once elected, instead of heating up these seats, these beautiful leather chairs, instead of just heating them up, actually advocates for what they ran on.
Yes.
That's all I have been doing, is advocating for what I ran on. If that makes me guilty, then guilty I am. I'm not upset at you guys for not liking what I said. I'm upset at myself for not realizing that the real people that I'm fighting here is right here, right next to me. Not all of them. Some. This is petty. It is absolutely petty.
Yep.
I am ashamed of December 18th. I consulted with our city attorney before doing everything. Each and every step of the way. Now somebody said that I shouldn't be using government resources. Well, that's what the city attorney is there for.
That's right.
To give us guidance. I'm new at this. And yes, I've made mistakes. I take responsibility for my mistakes. But no way in hell will I apologize for standing tall for what I believe needs to be done here in Torrance.
Yes.
There's no way that I will look back and say, well, I regret doing that. Because you know what? I stand by my actions. Whether they were wrong or right in your mind, they were right in my mind. Can you at least respect that? Can you respect the fact that I have a duty? When I sat there on July 10th, I swore to uphold the U.S. Constitution and the Constitution of California, including the Bill of Rights, which includes the First Amendment.
Yes.
Again, I did not get elected to make buddies up here. I didn't get elected to be on Team A or Team B. I got elected to solve the city's problems. My way. The way that I promised I would. Elections are here to get rid of people like me. Right? Jimmy Gow?
Yes.
Since I met you, you've constantly attacked me, and I'm okay with that. God bless America. God bless America. I dare anyone, to try to take away my right to free speech.
Yes.
See those shirts, Yvette Coyotes? Those are protected by free speech. My Facebook posts are protected by free speech. Your complaints about my Facebook posts are protected by free speech. And when you say that a teacher that works for us as paid by public funds is protected more than I am when it comes to freedom of speech,
Yes.
I am appalled at that idea.
Yep.
I am appalled at the idea that anyone can try to take away my right to free speech. You want to call this grandstand, you call it whatever you want. I don't need titles. I don't need this job. I want this job. I chose this job. I ran twice to win this seat. Why? Because I want to serve the public. I don't work for City Hall. I work for you guys. And when I ask a question online, it's because I want to hear what you guys have to say. I'll tell you one thing. There was a poll that was done on Nextdoor, and another poll that was done on Facebook in May of 2018. Both polls show Tim Goodrich, myself, and George Chen winning. What was the result? Us 3-1. I took another poll on those same platforms. Now we can discount it and say, you know what, that's not scientific, that's not here, that's not that. I don't care. A poll is a poll. You can only vote once. There was another poll that was taken just recently that asked a simple question, a yes or no answer. Is it okay for a public school teacher, K through 12,